Matt, that magnificent unbeaten run's come to an end tonight. Was that a game where the damage was done in the first half?
Yeah. What hurt us was the goals, and that sounds obvious because they always got hurt, but the manner in which they came, whether it was against the run of play or the ease which way hurt our back line. I think the first one's a good finish, but it's still preventable, and certainly the following two after that, even at 2-1 when we got back in the game, and you thought we were going to take our chances with a disallowed goal given wrongly against us, which would have made it 2-2, but then that quick slap in the face to make it 3-1 really just took the game away from us. So look, I can't be too hard on the lads. We've just got to know why we're so defensively poor tonight.
I think, you mentioned it there. Second half, we came out right out of the traps, and I think it's probably too long before we scored. We should have scored before that.
Yeah, but we dominated large parts of that game tonight. A lot of possession, got the ball in some good areas first half without threatening their goal or working their goalkeeper or back boys enough in that first half. Certainly did that second half, and their keepers made some good saves. But we always create, we always score. But like I say, it's the manner in which those goals went in against us, which is not a worry or concern, but something we can't allow in it to happen again because it's a mountain to climb. I just hope it's not took too much out of us physically, because when you're chasing a game and opening the pitch up like we did towards the end, there'll certainly be some tired bodies.
You mentioned the offside goal. Have you seen that back? Is that
yeah, Sam's onside. Podge is offside, but Podge didn't make the run. Sam made the run, so Sam's offside. I think the whistle had gone and the keeper didn't dive, but it's still the opportunity in relation to that, and it felt like that sort of night where anything we tried to do didn't quite work in our favour, and everything they did work, certainly in relation to that. But like I say, the goals are preventable, so it was hopefully an off night for our defensive unit.
It seemed in the first half, obviously things just weren't clicking. What do you think that was down to?
Sometimes that happens in a game. We won't always be free-flowing football. Like I said, we got the ball into good areas. We just didn't then execute our next part of our game plan, which is usually our best part in terms of the creative plays. But we've got to trust the process in terms of it always comes, and we always do start creating chances. And second half, we created a lot more chances against a lot more bodies in and around their goal, which is a harder thing to do. So we keep getting the message to this group of players that they've sometimes got to be patient, and if we're sometimes not at our best, just stay in the game for moments. It was very much a game where we just needed to get in at 0-0 or even at 1-0 at half time, but that 2-goal lead was a difficult one to come back from. We looked like we were doing it, and in the process of doing it, but that third goal's a real kill.
I know we played the full 90 minutes, but Piers Sweeney took a knock quite early on.
Yeah.
Was it shoulder? I mean, how is he?
He's okay. Look, at the time it looked a more serious one than hopefully it's turned out to be. The only thing he couldn't do was take throw-ins down the right hand side, but I didn't feel it affected him. I can't use that as an excuse in relation to our defensive performance, and Pearce was just part of the team unit who couldn't quite execute at certain moments tonight, so it didn't unsettle us. It was just a worrying moment for Pearce, obviously on the back of Jack's collarbone. Whenever it's a shoulder collarbone injury, you always do start to worry.
I think we've seen again tonight the impact that Podjogama can have on a game. It didn't quite work out tonight, but he did get a goal.
I'm so pleased we scored a scruffy goal, to be honest with you. The messages throughout this season, and certainly after half time, to the likes of Sam Nombe and Giovanni and MJ, is to score a tap in, which is a ricochet after goalkeeper, and if anyone's going to do that, it's certainly Podge. Just a bit of brightness in his mind, and that's experience, and that's something he's done throughout his career. So being on the move in the box is a valuable asset, and like I say, I think that came from a set piece, which is something we've got to be better for, because we started to create a little bit of pressure in terms of field position, and it was a matter of time until we did score. We needed to keep it 2-1 for a little bit longer than we did.
Obviously the supporters and yourself and the players will be disappointed that the run's come to an end, but let's not let detract from the fact that it may be many years before another Exeter City side.
Yeah, definitely, and let's be honest, this league will always keep you honest. I'm not saying we weren't honest in our performance tonight, but this league will always tell us the absolute truth time and times again, and unfortunately in certain moments of that game we weren't where we needed to be, and we gave them an opportunity to get a foothold in the game, and they grew in confidence as that went on, shaky at 2-1, but then grew in confidence again at 3-1, and like I say, the hardest thing to do is to chase a game and get back in a game, because you're taking more risks than what you want to do, but I can't fault the effort of both the players and the fans, and like you say, you can't take anything away from the run we've been on.
It's a Tuesday night, it's freezing cold, Christmas is around the corner, and there's nearly 200 fans there. What a monumental effort from them.
Yeah, brilliant, and just a shame we couldn't give them much to shout about until that goal went in. They'll have been as disappointed as anyone to see that, not the first half performance, but just the way the first half went. Like I say, we were far from our best in that first half period, but to go in 2-0 down didn't feel quite like the game suggested it should be. But we got back in the game, give them a little bit of hope, hopefully warmed them up a little bit, but then obviously that third goal probably made everyone a little bit colder.
And now it's a strange one when you're going into Saturday's game for the first time since August on the back of defeat. Obviously the players have just got to react to that.
I'm really pleased because I barely had to say anything in the change room. They all said the right things. They won't let it derail what we're trying to do this season. We'll get beaten this season, because we'll understanding why defeats happen, and looking to improve certain aspects of it, and like I say, not giving ourselves too much to do, which we did tonight, is a real learning curve. And you go away from home, you've got to be resolute and tough and take the middle of the pitch and not leave yourself open to certain moments, which we did tonight.
Right, Matt, thanks a lot.